Get myself settled here. Good morning, everyone. Ron Crider here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today is Thursday, April the 23rd, day 38 of our Stay Safe at Home Day. The weather today for Vero Beach, windy, 10% chance of rain, 73 degrees at 6:20 this morning. A high today will be 87 degrees. I want to thank you all very, very much for all those likes. I had a record number of likes yesterday. It doesn't take long to just go over there and click like if you like the video, and I do appreciate you doing it because it lets me know that you care about it. Got my green Columbia shirt on today. Yes, I have more than one Columbia shirt. I have a bunch of these shirts because they're very comfortable to wear here in Florida, especially like today. It's going to be 87 degrees and they're light. Throw them in the washing machine. And I'm not selling Columbia shirts, but you throw them in the washing machine, take them out, hang them up, and they drip dry and they look really good. So no. I only don't wear one shirt for the entire week, kind of like my uniform. Okay, I have a little bit of information about Indian River County to start off today. Indian River County has literally been beating the odds with only 85 cases of COVID-19 among our 140,000 residents plus visitors. A much lower rate of infection than in the country as a whole, but this proved no time to celebrate as the past week took a tragic turn with 3 more deaths confirmed inside a local nursing home. At first, Indian River County's cases were largely travel-related, but reports as of Monday night showed that we have had only one travel-related case in more than 2 weeks, meaning that the virus has definitely spread in our county in general, making it even more important for seniors like me and those with chronic health problems or compromised immune systems to stay at home. Fortunately, at least one island community, Indian River Shores, that's here where I am, is full of at-risk people and is seeing the residents take safe at home to heart and keeping the county's numbers lower, and those people seem to be adhering to those recommendations. So we have a lot of obedient people here in Indian River Shores. Thank you very much for doing it. And the rest of the people here on the barrier island, please adhere to all those recommendations about safer at home. It seems to be working here, and our numbers for our entire county are lower than average around the United States. Indian River Shores, which typically thins out around Easter, is still pretty full of seasonal residents avoiding flights back to the northern states, harder hit with COVID-19. The 32963 zip code here on the barrier island still had between 5 and 9 positive cases of COVID-19. 32967 zip code, where Indian Harbor Chase Nursing Home is located, had 12 cases, including 7 cases and 3 deaths in long-term care facilities. The mainland part of our city, Vero Beach, 32960, is still the county's local hotspot with 27 cases. Okay, so the state officials said, for example, yesterday that restaurants should be permitted to open outdoor dining areas at a reduced seating capacity. They said elective medical procedures would also be a top priority, but starting up those would depend a great deal on having the appropriate number of gowns and masks and surgical gowns and facial shields. And we'll start out with Indian River County once again. And Indian River County continues to look good. 8 positive non-residents, 5 deaths, 23 hospitalizations, 77 positive residents. And we only added 1 new case yesterday, 1 case the day before, none the previous day. We came off of a high. The worst day was March the 31st. So we're pretty happy with that. All right, now let's take a look at Dade County. That is Miami. As of yesterday, they popped down. They only had 207 new positive cases. They were working on 119 positive non-residents. They had a total of 252 deaths, 1,107 hospitalizations, and positive residents was 10,170. That's a lot of people. But unfortunately, or fortunately for them, it is a very large county. Therefore, those numbers are relevant. But look at this. This is dropping off. It's coming down slowly. Let's hope it continues to do so. We will go from Dade County up to Broward County. Broward County is Fort Lauderdale, 124 positive non-residents, 147 deaths, 784 hospitalizations. 4,130 positive residents, and they added 60 new cases yesterday. But the previous day, they had added 98 new cases. So that's a good thing. I'm going to go over here once again and take a look at the state of Florida as a whole here. Yesterday was a good day. They only added 468 new cases. The previous day was 921. Now, as I've said many times, I say this every day just so you new people who tune in understand what's going on here. For the entire state of Florida, these numbers are changing constantly. As the numbers come in, they fill them into the right days. So each day when I bring this new cases for the last 30 days, these numbers can change quite a bit from day to day to day, but they become more accurate the longer we look at this 30-day testing period. All righty, here we're now in Palm Beach County, 55 positive non-residents, 135 total deaths down there, 379 hospitalizations, 2,353 positive residents tested, and look at this. Oh, we're so happy. 23 down off of 117 the previous day. So this is a good sign, folks. Very, very good. Now let's move up to Martin County. Martin County is where Stewart's located. And look at this, only 2 new cases down there. Positive non-residents 9. They had a total of 4 deaths since we've been doing this, total of 4 deaths. Every time I mention these deaths, these are not deaths yesterday. These are for the entire period we've been doing this. 39 hospitalizations and 153 positive residents. The worst day they had was on April the 6th of 18. And yesterday, they only added 2 new positive cases. Here we are in St. Lucie County. Little bad news for St. Lucie County. They popped up with 7 new cases yesterday. In the previous day, they had only 3 new cases. They have 6 positive non-residents, a total of 16 deaths, 62 hospitalizations, and 207 positive residents. That's St. Lucie County. That would be Fort Pierce. So we always skip over Indian River County, since we've already done that, and we move up to Brevard County. Here we are in Brevard County. That is Melbourne, just north of Indian River Shores, north of Indian River County. And yesterday, only 1 new case. Outstanding. The previous day, 3 new cases. And the worst day they had was on April the 13th, where they added 20. They have 8 positive non-residents, 7 total deaths, 41 hospitalizations, 218 positive residents. Now we will move up to Orlando, which is in Orange County. Here in Orange County, 62 positive non-residents, 29 total deaths, 204 hospitalizations, 1,169 positive residents. They're down just a teeny bit, 23 new cases positive yesterday, and the previous day there were 25. That's a really good thing. So that's coming along nicely. And please don't complain about me saying that's a good thing. It's a good thing because it's down is what I'm referring to, not it's a good thing because we had 23, of course. Let's take a look at the big numbers over here. The U.S. cases, 842,624 U.S. cases, total U.S. cases. Total USA deaths, 46,785. Global cases, 2,645,092. Global deaths, 184,268. Okay, folks, here's a little bit of a rant, and I have a terrible time pronouncing this word, so please stick with me. She says, not so fast. Hydroxychloroquine, you know what I'm talking about. This is this drug that you hear the president talking about. There's a lot of controversy about it. Well, it's gone political big time. Another media hoax. Let the real doctors do their job. The real doctors know when to use it and when not to use it. As in any drug prescribed properly by medical professionals, they can be extremely effective. Improperly prescribed can be fatal in certain COVID-19 cases, and it's been a lifesaver for many people. Apparently, there's been a slow news cycle going on, and again, I'm not being political here. This has nothing to do with President Trump. It has everything to do with the fact that this is a drug that's been on the market for many, many years and was used for malaria, and has been exceptionally effective for malaria. They have also found in many, many cases it has worked out quite well for the COVID-19 virus. Not in every case. A couple of cases were reported recently where some deaths had taken place, and it's because the drug was administered improperly. You know, if you don't drive your car right, it'll crash, and it's not the car's fault. This is not the drug's fault. It was given improperly. It's not to say, this is not a panacea to everything. We always knew that. That's not the issue. But I want to kind of set the record straight. I have watched this very carefully. I fell for this 2 days ago. I said, oh my goodness gracious, this is a terrible drug. We shouldn't be having anything to do with this. We don't have anything to do with it. Our medical professionals are the ones that we rely on to administer this drug and do it in a timely manner as it should be used. It is approved by the FDA for malaria and certain things like that. It's not brand new. It's been out for many, 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 many years. But I'd like to kind of set the record straight because it has been a lifesaver. As a matter of fact, again, not being partisan, but there was this Democrat politician up in, I believe, Michigan or Wisconsin who says, look, I hate to say this because it does appear that the president was pushing it, but she says, that drug saved my life. And there are many cases like that out there. And occasionally it's improperly administered. In one case, it was given to somebody that had already been on a ventilator and should not have been administered. And then they jumped on it and made it really bad. So I just want to set the record straight. Please, please, please understand. This is not a political program. This is not a political statement. It's just the fact that this is not the worst drug on the planet, and properly used is a very effective drug when needed, but the doctor is the only one who can decide when to use it. Okay, here on Vero Beach, the pedestrian traffic at Con Walkway, the Con Beach Boardwalk, they've made it a one-way boardwalk effective on Monday, April the 20th. Some Floridian beaches are beginning to reopen. However, the beaches here on the Treasure Coast are closed. So you go over to Con Beach and you walk on the boardwalk. Remember, it is one way, and only walk one way and keep your distance. And that would be a good thing. That would make you very obedient. All right, I try to leave everybody with a thought for today. I have two, what I think are pretty good thoughts for today. Sometimes it takes me longer to come up with the thoughts for the day than it does the rest of the stuff. Every day might not be a good day, but there is something good in every day. Once again, every day may not be good, but there's always something good in every day. That's like the glass is half full and half empty. My glass is always half full, not half empty. I look at every day as a positive day. You should do that as well. The quality of our life purely depends on the type of thoughts we entertain in our minds. Our inner thoughts create our outer world. The quality of life purely depends on the type of thoughts we entertain in our minds. Our inner thoughts create our outer world. Very important. Okay, folks, thank you very much for watching this video. As I say, I always try to keep it down. I try to keep it under 15 minutes if I possibly can. And Thursday, one more day, and then it'll be Friday, and we'll be into the weekend, but we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. I constantly remind you, and you're going to get tired of this, but lots of times I'm talking to people who have never seen this before. You know, need to go out, and when you go to the grocery store, one person goes to the grocery store and buy enough stuff for the entire week. That's the best way to do it, because otherwise you're going out every day, and every day you run a risk of bringing home the virus and affecting some other people around you. Do something nice for somebody today. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Call a friend. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your kids and say something really nice to them. Be part of the solution and not part of the problem. And have a really great day. Remember, don't forget those likes for me. Click on the like button. It doesn't cost anything. Click on the subscribe button. That doesn't cost anything either. And you can unsubscribe anytime you want to. And I'll keep firing off these videos for you every day. I'll keep doing them as long as I think that they're necessary. It looks like we're going to start getting into hurricane season here pretty soon. And it looks like we're going to maybe have more hurricanes named this year than last year. And when that happens, we'll be doing exactly the same thing. They're always shorter. They're only like a minute or two long, and we give updated hurricane reports. And so that's what we do here. We do it because we try to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. Have a really great day. Love doing this.